Howdy! So, we haven't made a video in a while, so we thought that we would make one to kind of give everybody kind of an update on us.
Yep.
So, I'm Shannon.
Garrett.
And, let's see where to start.
There's a lot.
Yes. So, last time that we made a video, we, we made one in Colorado, and then we made another one in Colorado, and then
we got back from Colorado.
And I think we had talked about, at that point, I was still, like, just getting back into running from having been out of the neck brace and stuff, and so I'm happy to say that my pace has gotten a lot faster, which is good. And Garrett has also gotten faster. He's racing next weekend, actually, in an 11-mile race.
Right, yep, a point-to-point race, so no loops or anything. It's just from one city straight to the next one. So hopefully there'll be a northern wind, and it'll be pushing me the whole way through.
Hopefully, yeah. And that's in Longview, right?
Yeah, from Longview to Kilgore.
Okay.
Or Kilgore to Longview.
Yes.
Actually.
Which you're actually from Longview.
Yep, right from in that area.
So he's going to his hometown, and he's going to race 11 miles. Let's see. So we kind of want to just share with you guys some funny things from today. We both had a really good day. It's Friday, which is always a good day. But so I recently started substitute teaching in the Cy-Fair district, and so I went to Cy-Fair High School today and got to substitute teach the kids there. But I've also been to a couple of other middle schools, and I get a lot of the same comments all the time. And so we thought that we would kind of like talk about some funny things that people say to us about endurance sports, for one. Like people's reactions when you tell them that, like, I ran 8 miles today or something like that. But also just being in an endurance sport has kind of like makes you I don't know, it makes you in shape, obviously, and then it kind of, the more in shape you are, the more, I think, kind of youthful, or like, you tend to look younger than maybe some people that are, like, not exercising regularly, or there's something about it, I don't know. So, what do you think?
Yeah, so if you just, like, look at us, everybody seems to think that we look younger than we are. And I think that comes from a lot from just doing the sport, and keeps you healthy. It disciplines you to take care of yourself, even outside of the training that we do. And so I think that plays a big part and makes us look younger. And if you even look at people that are been in this kind of sports for a while, they still look young. And maybe that's because they stay, very fit and toned for most of it, probably. So maybe that's what helps people to think that you look younger, because they associate, a slender frame to being young.
Yeah, I think that's very true. Like, there's a lot of the slender frame thing, because kind of when you're growing and stuff, like, you're usually pretty thin, like, right when you're finished growing and stuff, and then you kind of got to adjust, like, your diet and your exercise and stuff if you want to maintain that way. But, so, with that being said, today I went on a run. I went on an 8-mile run, and that's what one of the reactions. There were these 2 guys that were like fixing a traffic light or something, and so I had just finished my 8 miles, and I like had stopped at the crosswalk to wait for the light to turn so I could cross the street, and this guy, I mean, he was probably, like, younger than 30 or something, but older than Garrett and I, and he was like, how long you been running? And I was like, well, I just finished 8, and then they kind of just were like, what? They just kind of give you this
typical reaction, like,
yeah,
you ran how far?
Yeah, and it's so funny being, like, somebody who just did it, because you just know that that's how they're going to react, and you almost don't want to say it, because it's like, I don't want them to think I'm crazy or whatever, because I just don't even know how to react when they go like, what,
Yeah. I feel like it's also like a humbling thing.
Yeah.
So we don't want to say, oh, I just ran 8 miles like it's nothing to us,
yeah.
which it kind of is in some instances, but You just don't want to sound like you're trying to impress somebody when it's just like
Yeah.
what you're actually doing.
Yeah. And that's what most people are so impressed, because they think, like, I could never do that. And as somebody who, like, has also been in that position, like, where I was, like, never gonna do anything endurance and stuff, like,
Yep. Me too.
Yeah, I'm always like, yes, you can. Like, you could definitely do it. It takes time and training, but it's really not as, like, hard as people think. You know, it takes effort, but it's not, like, impossible, really. I think most people can do a lot.
Yeah, just takes somewhat of a dedication, and just set one goal and just keep working towards that goal, and it kind of just goes from there. You get into it, you start something that you don't think you like that much, but eventually something inside you grows, and you just pursue it, and then you just kind of never stop.
Yeah, then you start to love it.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, just to finish the story, then I think I'm just so awkward that I, like, you know, he asked how long had I been running, so I said 8, and then he goes, what? And then I was like, how long have you been working on that traffic light? And he was like, forever, and then that was it. Anyway, so it really wasn't that funny, but,
yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. And then in substitute teaching, a lot of the kids, you know, they're like 17, they of course range from like 15 to 18, and so today I was subbing for like PE, and or like a health class, and so I could wear like sweatpants and a sweatshirt and stuff, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be like doing the PE stuff or whatever, and so I really blended in with the students because I wasn't dressed professionally and I don't look that old. Yeah. And so I would like close the door when the bell would ring and get up in front of the class, and they'd all be like, oh, I thought, they're like, you're not a student, you know, and I was like, nope, I'm not a student. And it's interesting, like, having a bunch of people think that you're really young, and to have them, like, you know, ask for your number, and one of them asked if I had a boyfriend, all that kind of stuff, you know, it's just crazy, but, yeah.
Would have been me as a little kid. Ooh, who's that sub?
No. You wouldn't have been like them.
Yeah, probably not.
No. But yeah, let's see. What else is new?
Yeah, we've gotten faster, had some good experiences. Actually kind of had a small minor injury that I just got over today. So my foot was kind of hurting, and left lower leg problems throughout this past week, and just kind of got worse and worse. And then I had a buddy adjust my foot, because I woke up with foot pain. Like, I just stepped out of bed and literally onto the ground and took a couple steps and was just like, like,
and by
I was not getting very far.
Garrett's in chiropractic school, which we probably mentioned before, but so when he says adjust, that's like
the chiropractic kind of manipulation or adjustment. And so I had a guy kind of check out my feet to see where he thought a problem was, and kind of did some questioning, and then kind of got to where, this, which is the talus, is just a bone in the foot. He's like, it feels like it's like not moving at all. And I was like, yeah, it feels kind of better when you pull it back and down a little bit. And so then he adjusted it, and, you know, I was just like, well, it got adjusted, but I didn't feel like, oh, wow, it feels like a new foot, because it wasn't a pain. It wasn't like a pain that was just like always there. So walking around, didn't have too much pain during the day already, so it was just like right when I woke up, which was weird. And then I was just walking around throughout the day, and I was like, well, I'm going to try to run. I already plan on trying to run at lunch, because if I wasn't able to do like even the warm-up, I was just going to call it quits and then bring my bike on down here so we could go on bike rides and stuff, just to kind of, you know, still do something aerobic and not quite lose all my endurance if I have to take time off. And so I went to do the track workout, and I started out just doing my 3-mile warm-up for that. And at first I was kind of thinking, I don't know how this is going to go, but first few steps felt good, and then it just kind of kept going and got into the 800 repeats I was doing and felt good the whole time. And so I was like, yes, that talus must have been just out of place, and so you put it back into place and it was good to go. So that's been nice, and now I can keep training and do my race that I have next week. So
that's good.
Happy for that.
Yeah. And you've been needing some new running shoes. That's another thing. With all the miles that
Yeah.
you end up putting on, like, new shoes and stuff, he's waiting on the Newton
sponsor / ambassadorship to come in. Said end of January, but I haven't got anything back from them yet. So looking forward to that, but definitely time for some new shoes. I've worn out my last pair of Newtons, and I've been wearing a pair of Nikes, and now those are worn out. And so just kind of waiting to see when that's going to come through and get ready to wear Newtons for the rest of the year.
Newton. That's about all that's new.
Yeah, update-wise.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Sam Longridge for turning 21.
Yeah, happy
Last
birthday.
week, yep.
Just not long ago.
And to my grandma, who's turning 96 on Monday.
Grams.
I don't know why we added the birthdays in there, but that's okay.
It's all right. Part of our life. This is part of our vlog.
Yeah. I think that's all for now. We got the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday, and we'll keep you updated. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.